tell you when we start.
Go live. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nitty Gritty Dirt Show preview. I am here with the great Billy Bate of LockBetting.com, DirtySheets.com, PodcastOnAPole.com. Billy, I got hot news. I got hotter news than anything you've got, Billy. Anything.
Go on.
Anything. And I'm going to tease it here, bro. Tease it. I'm going to tell them what I'm going to talk to you about on the other side, bro. Patreon.com/Russo TWC. What are you wearing there? What do you got there? What is that?
This is not a reflection of the amount of news I have.
Bro, I swear to God, I thought for a second that was Cornette, but it's George Costanza.
No, but I can wear a Cornette t-shirt if you want to fight, if you want to get ribbed.
Billy, guess who I had a conversation with after our show last week?
Eva Marie?
Raj Guri.
Oh, okay.
Me and Raj talked about Billy.
Oh.
I sent Raj Billy's news last week. And I'm going to let everybody know about that conversation, including Billy, for the first time on the other side, patreon.com/Russo TWC. I want you to know, Billy, your news was sent to Raj on Friday, and Raj made the decision not to post any of it. It was never posted. I'll tell you why on the other side. I'll tell everybody else why on the other side. You know, it's funny, Billy, because, again, I did not read anywhere about Bruce Pritchard, okay? But you know what else, too, Billy? There was one site, bro, and I think you know this site. I think you've clashed with this site, Ringside News or something like that. Ringside News said your entire story was full of shit, okay? But I'll tell you what. I didn't hear anybody denying this story. I didn't hear anything come out of the WWE or Conrad or anybody saying this story wasn't true.
So what I must have done is that, you know, the guy I said was the head writer.
Yes.
I must have got together with him, and that's the reason why his LinkedIn page now says that he's the head writer of SmackDown.
Does it really?
We must be working together somehow with these people.
Bro, listen, people have to understand I back my horse in the race. And my thoroughbred is Billy, and I back Billy.
Look at his LinkedIn page, and it will tell you.
Well, we'll find out. It'll be official in 2 weeks. I back you. I believe that story.
Just to reiterate the way that story was covered, he's not been let go.
Right.
He's not been fired. He has the number one job in creative, which is over on Raw. This new guy is taking over delegation duties in terms of the way SmackDown is written is different in terms of there's a lot of like leeway given to people doing their own stuff. Edge is going to do his own stuff against Seth Rollins, which is happening, which was reported here. You can tell it's happening already. And also the whole Roman story is run by the likes of Heyman and Michael Hayes. And you can see how many chunks of the show that takes. So it's a 2-hour show where you have guys with creative control involved in it. Therefore, it's not the big job. And they were always training my guy to take over from this role once it was done. He was hired in March, and it's taken some time for them to say, yeah, you're able to now piece this show together. So Bruce is not having to piece the show together. He's still scratch writing from Raw, and you can tell he is because it's a shit show still from start to finish. So Bruce Pritchard's fingerprints all over Raw. He wasn't fired. Everybody wants to dramatize everything.
Right. And bro, I even said on this show, Billy, we didn't even rip. We didn't even, you didn't, I didn't, we didn't report that as a negative. I even said, bro, maybe Bruce was just no longer needed on SmackDown. I said that, bro. Look at this, bro. True love. It's a beautiful thing.
You're on the camera now.
Oh.
So, all right, Billy, tease us. Give me a little tease. I teased you with the Raj news. I'm going to tell you all about that conversation, and I did send him your news. I'm going to do that every week, whether he posts it or not. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to do it again. What do we got this week? Give me wet my whistle a little bit, bro.
1 second before we start, I just want to get something out of the way so I can get Austin out of the room.
Okay.
There's a guy who has a serious issue with me and Cav working with you and me being on the show. And he's telling you all the time, cancel Billy, cancel Billy. Russo's going to cancel Billy. Russo's only going to part with him for a certain amount of time. So he's been going on about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. He then decided to launch a load of attacks on Austin. Austin is his new thing.
Oh,
Austin,
come on. Are you serious, bro?
Austin is a trans.
Oh, come on, man.
So, Austin knows about this. So we sat down last night and we put this together. So Austin,
yes.
just come and speak on here for a second and say what you want to say.
Come on, Austin. Say what you want to say.
I don't need to defend you, and you're good enough to defend.
You're great, Austin. Go ahead, Austin. What do you got to say, man?
It has come to my attention that a grown man who doesn't like my dad and Cav has decided to attack me on social media, mainly by calling me a little girl and a tranny. I do not understand why a man would be obsessed with me when I'm just a 10-year-old boy. My dad thinks it may be jealousy, and here are some possible reasons. Number one, this man is very ugly, but he attacks the way I look, which makes even less sense because I'm paid to do photo shoots based on the way I look. Number two, I'm also paid to write articles for my dad's wrestling site, while this weirdo only pretends to be a wrestling journalist on his Twitter account. Number three, he also gets no likes and no replies on his Twitter, while I have 2,500 followers on my Instagram account.
Holy crap.
Number four, he talks about being obsessed with listening to wrestling podcasts, while I'm actually on this show with Vince Russo every week, and I was also personally invited to do a podcast with the Disco Inferno and the legendary Conan. He claims to be a fitness fanatic, but he is massively fat and disgusting. While I actually play football for the Chelsea Academy on Mondays, the West Ham Academy on Fridays, play tennis on Wednesdays, and do Wing Chun karate on Saturdays. If he is not attacking me because he is jealous of me, the only other reason he may be obsessed with a 10-year-old boy would be that he's actually a paedophile. He definitely looks like he's a massive paedophile from his pictures. And it is also explained why he tried to DM me on my Instagram account several months ago. This is exactly why my parents have decided to report him to the police. So Aiden, if you are listening, you sad loser, I strongly suggest you never ever mention my name again moving forward. I also suggest you get some help. You are clearly very sad and lonely. Thank you.
First of all, Austin, I'm obsessed with you. You know that. Does that make me a bad guy? Because I'm obsessed. Austin, I even talked about you on a couple of my shows during the week. Does that make me a bad guy because I'm obsessed with you?
No, because you're obsessed with me in a good way.
A very good way. Well, Austin, listen, I appreciate you coming on here and speaking your mind. And you know, bro, I'm always going to support you. You know, in my eyes, you're a huge star, great things in your life. And I'm glad that you came on here and spoke your piece, bro. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
Bro, I gotta address somebody on here for a second. Buckman WWE is asking me, Vince, how did you what?
Canada Spaceman just popped me.
Oh, did he? What did he say? Canada? Oh yeah.
Time machine back to the future. I don't know if that was implying that Austin was me as a kid or what. I think that's how I took that joke.
Yeah. Hey, Buckman WWE, Vincent, how did you decline that offer for Schwab, bro? How's that? Buckman, seriously, bro, that trade offer you just sent me, I can't even believe that you would send me an offer like that. That was, bro, it was a joke. Bro, I want you to post on here, bro, that trade that you just sent me. Put it on here, bro, and see what these baseball fans think about that insulting trade that you just sent me like I'm some kind of a freaking moron. Okay, let's get back to the news, Billy. What's going on, Billy? What? Give me some. Wet my whistle a little bit, Billy.
Yeah, I got some stuff. Got the basics out of the way that needed to be done. Where are we? Russo. Okay. Some news about a gimmick match that WWE are doing. I'm hoping it doesn't get announced tonight because I know the show goes out on Saturday. So yeah, we're going to be looking at that. Some plans from Raw that was scrapped. They may happen again. They may not. Randy Orton legitimately didn't turn up for Raw this week for personal reasons. And
do you know anything about that, Billy, or just that it was personal reasons? You know anything behind that? Why he didn't show up?
No, I don't know. I don't think it's anything that serious.
You don't want to make something up. You don't want to make something up.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I didn't think it was a big story. I didn't text for a reason. So I will send a text out and see if I can get anything in the next 15 minutes before we do the other side. I got a really good story here about two guys over on NXT who had a massive clash, which resulted in one of the guys being punished in a really weird way. There's loads of stories out and people saying, oh, why was this guy doing this? And making up reasons for it. I have the reasons behind it. I have some issue here. Some stories here about, or one main story here about Nick Khan and this very weird pitch that he made to the WWE creative team in terms of explaining how he sees certain people in the company. And there was a whole Nick Khan day where he met the creative team this week and traveled with Vince McMahon down to the Performance Center. Now, what I will say for free is that Performance Center trip has been very blown out of proportion. It was been saying, oh, they're so worried that Vince is coming down to the Performance Center. Yeah, everybody's on the shelves.
I read that. Yep, that's what they said.
Vince McMahon, for most of this year, rented a house by the Performance Center when they were doing TV there, and continues to be there. So maybe if you're worried about Nick Khan and you think he's got some involvement in the release process, you would be worried about that. I don't think people would be worried about Vince. Vince has been pretty frequently in and out of that place, seeing he's been living in Florida for the most part of the last year and a half. So this stuff is just made up. It's sensationalism in terms of everybody's afraid of the big visit of Vince. It's like, no, Vince is in all the time. Nick Khan was going there for the first time. It was a day. It was to show Nick the Performance Center. And Nick also was involved with creative. And that's the more interesting story in terms of these comparisons that he made and how he wants the superstars to be presented. And it actually goes hand in hand with, weirdly, massive coincidence, something that you, Bin, and Stevie were talking about this week when you were talking about Drew McIntyre and affecting his career in other places, losing on TV. It's just a pure coincidence that I already had this story down. And last of all, a couple of girls that cannot work who are released, and they cannot work at all at the moment because of the WWE released them knowing that they wouldn't be able to work. So I'll explain more about how stuck these two are in their situation when we get through to the other side. Yeah, so that's my main 6 pieces I want to go over.
Okay, let's talk about it's the beginning of the month. Soccer is in full stride, bro. Let's talk about lockbetting.com, Billy. You want to get in now. Guys, you want to make money for the month. Get in now. Go ahead, Billy.
Yes, so it is the beginning of the month. I always say to people, you sign up on the 10th, 15th, 20th, 25th, you do lose that time. I use Patreon for my lock betting because of the transparency that it allows. If you're going to give out betting picks, every pick I give out and every time I put out a spreadsheet, as Vince knows, he uses the same platform. There's a comment section at the bottom. I need that comment section for transparency because it means that when I say I come on here and say I've made money for 97 months in a row, it means that all the people on there can vouch for the fact, even via their silence would mean that I'm not like making it up. So that's why I use Patreon. The problem is the billing cycle bills you every month on the 1st, but we are the second right now. You can get 30 days of picks by going over to lockbetting.com now. We have the end of the NBA season, where the Phoenix Suns are going to be the NBA champions this year. But we'll just look at how we're going to bet that as we move forward through game by game. We're going to have the MLB season. We are 6-1 with our 1 unit picks so far this season. The only losing 1 unit pick I had this season was Toronto being 5-1 up against the who was it?
Orioles. Was it the Orioles?
Yeah, and losing the game in the 8th. They gave up 4 runs in the 8th. So that's the only 1 unit pick the guy has lost. Otherwise, he's 6-1 on those plays. That's for the baseball. The end of Euro 2020. Wimbledon is going on this week and next week. And then we have the Olympics at the end of the month. UFC card with Conor McGregor and Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Plus WWE Money in the Bank as well. So,
Billy, let me ask you a question about this, because I noticed this with Wimbledon, man. Billy, if you're betting on Wimbledon, can you pick one player like to go all the way?
Yeah.
So, like, if you pick Serena, like you're screwed because she got hurt, pretty much.
How's
that work? How's that work?
Well, because of the COVID situation and the fitness of people, I've been using books with retirement or withdrawal insurance. You read it in the terms and conditions. Half of them more than half of them won't give it to you. But some of them do offer retirement or withdrawal insurance, which means if your player retires, hurt, or withdraws from the tournament, you get your money back.
Oh, wow. Real. So you offer that?
Well, I'm not a book.
Right.
I'm a service, but there are bookies.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
There aren't a lot. Yeah.
Right.
But like it's good to go with one like that. That makes them more appealing to gamble with. But yeah, Serena, I don't think she'll win another Grand Slam ever again, to be honest. I think she's going to be stuck on that number that she's on.
Yeah. Billy, tell everybody how many months in a row and where they can go and see that. It's all documented. How many months in a row have you been in the black, bro?
I've now been in the black since I started, 97 months in a row, which is
insane, bro. That's insane.
8 years in 1 month. My worst profit was £640, which is still $1,000. That was the worst month we had. Yeah, and we haven't even had a great month just now. Like we made people want. Where's forgot what it was. 1,041. You can see 1,000.
And that's a bad month. That's a bad month.
Yeah, it's not great. 1,041, which is $1,400 profit.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
All right, Bill, you want to hit lock betting real quick? Not lock betting, dirty sheets and podcast on a poll real quick?
The dirtysheets.com is I'll talk about that in a second. The dirtysheets.com is where I give out all of my wrestling news, and then me and Vince will break it down here on the show. There's only usually like a 2 or 3 day differential between me breaking something and then me talking about it here and breaking it down. But if you want that information early, it's at dirtysheets.com. Podcastonapoll.com is where we do our bonus shows. Ahmed Johnson will be coming out. Vince, we need to record that on Monday and then drop that on Tuesday. Prior to that, we've done Randy Savage, we've done Warrior, we've done Brett, we've done Undertaker, we've done Sid, we've done Vader, we've done Linda McMahon. All these bonus shows are available, plus a show from me and Cav where we analyze how we digested Vince's information, and we talk about what's going on over on WCW. And the last thing is at Austin's Toys and Games is his Instagram account. If you're a pedophile or you hate me and Cav, please stay away.
Bro, first of all, I don't know. Like, I got to be honest with you. Listen, I know why people hate you. Like that's crystal clear. Bro, I can't imagine anybody hating Cav. Why people hate Cav, bro? Cav?
I think Cav's show is Cav runs a competition called Miss Wrestlingus, and it's all of the current women from now. There's no way to get hated for this unless it's 2020 or 2021. Now, that makes you scumbag,
Right.
makes you piece of shit, makes you a sexist,
Racist.
you need to be cancelled.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why they want him cancelled, because of Miss Wrestlingus.
Oh,
You
gosh.
want to get the dog on one more time. Yeah. Vince likes the dogs.
Oh, look at that beautiful dog. I love dogs, man. What a beautiful dog.
You know what's been happening with this dog?
What?
People have been coming up to Austin and his mum when he's out, because I don't take it out yet, it's my leg, and been asking to take pictures with it and pictures of.
Bro, can you imagine the women now you're going to meet with this dog when you bring the dog out for a walk, Billy? Nice.
Yeah, I want it to be a puppy while I can still walk and take advantage of that situation. Yeah. But I moved on to the light cast today.
Oh, well, that's good, bro. We're getting there. We're getting there.
But yeah, today I was late on the show. Let me just tell you how ridiculous this is and why I was late. I went there for a routine appointment. I had to go in for a COVID test before I could do anything. And to let you know how ridiculous it is, I was in hospital. I had to do COVID test before I had surgery to stay in hospital, and everybody in the hospital was tested. And they would test me for COVID at 9 p.m. and 7 p.m. every day. So I had 7 COVID tests in 3.5 days, and then another one before I got there. They had to come back for the result. Then they told me you need to go and have your cast change. This woman pulls a saw out.
I saw that. I saw the video. I saw it. I
couldn't believe this thing. Like, cut the old cast off, sent me down to X-ray, come back to X-ray, back to the plastering, get that on, and see the doctor, and he just runs all these pictures and goes, "Yeah, you're made of screws and metal now."
I saw it.
You are. This is your leg now. It's like, Jesus. But apparently everything work, and the leg will work properly if I really do the physio properly. So I have a chance of doing some stuff again in 3 to 6 months.
Nice. All right, guys, we're going to go hop over right now, bro, to the Nitty Gritty Dirt Show. Billy's going to reveal all those stories. I'm going to reveal to Billy the Raj conversation, bro. We got that on the other side, guys. It's the beginning of the month. You can get Billy and all the dirt, bro, for 75 cents a week. Just go to Patreon.com/Russo TWC. We will see you on the other side.